connect and talk with multiple sponsors. I know that may be hard it's not as passive as it should be, but that's just the beginning part. Then once you hook up with these sponsors, or even online, you can find them online, get on their mailing lists.
Mm-hmm. Both sides are actually really, like, to your point, vetting each other. I
Yeah.
think I think depending on your mindset and how you're going into this whole kind of partnership, you might go in thinking, oh, like, I'm trying to, they need me and they need my money, right? You might be going into a conversation like that, but the
Yeah.
reality is, a lot of times it's vetting both sides. So the operator's vetting you just as much as you're vetting the operator. So just
Yeah.
know that going into these types of meetings and conversations, because to your point, the deals I've been in, we've also turned people away just because it wasn't a good fit for whatever reason, or it just didn't seem like it would work out, best in the long run. So, like, just know that, you're both sides are kind of having to, in a way, sell themselves, but also it really is a partnership. I keep saying that, but, like, it's both sides have to bring value to the table.
Yeah. No, it's true, Tyler. Like, I've unfortunately worked with him, or talked to investors that have that attitude, and that's really the wrong attitude. Like,
Yeah.
you need me more than I need you.
Yeah.
And that's really the wrong attitude. I'm just trying to build a relationship here to see how we can help
Yeah.
each other out. And if I can't help you, I'll find someone else that maybe can. Oh, you're interested in flipping houses? We're not doing that. We do
We're not
something.
flippers.
We flip multifamily. So,
Yeah.
or you're interested in doing, like, investing in out of state in Florida. We don't do syndications in Florida, but I'll find someone else that does, or know someone who does, and, like, I can refer you to that. So it's just building a relationship.
Yeah. Yep.
And for me, I've talked to investors that haven't invested in our deals that I still chat to once in a while, just because I like chatting about real estate, and like trying to catch up with them every quarter or so, or whatever, to see what they've been up to. Have they invested in anything lately? What do they need help with, and so forth. Just getting out there, and just make sure you screen enough people. I guess that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to just connect and talk with multiple sponsors. I know that may be hard it's not as passive as it should be, but that's just the beginning part. Then once you hook up with these sponsors, or even online, you can find them online, get on their mailing lists.
Mm-hmm.
So then, even if, that's another thing I would suggest too, and I suggest to people who I have chat with, hey, even if you're not ready to invest right now, I'll put you on the mailing list so you can be up to date on on any future offerings, any updates with our properties, and that gives a couple benefits. Is that then you get used to kind of the multifamily jargon, the syndication jargon, right? And maybe if there's a future offering that you'll get the OM, the offering memorandum. You can take a look at it. So then, when you are ready to invest, you're already seen these OMs from before. You're already seen all these updates from before. Boom, 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 boom. There'll be less questions there, and you'll be more
Mm-hmm.
prepared, rather than like, okay, I'm ready to invest now. Well, what is this offering memorandum? I've never seen one before. And we'll talk about that in the next step. That's pretty good segue for the next episode, right? That we're gonna talk about.
Yeah. No, just that's the biggest thing, is the last point here is, we definitely encourage you to reach out to multiple sponsors and operators, because, as Sherwin said, that's one of the biggest educational pieces for me, was really just, I was just getting these OMs, once a week, and I was reviewing them. And even if I didn't have the money at the time, or even if I didn't want to really invest with this company, I was seeing the different business plans, seeing the different markets, seeing how they were structured. Is it 80-20 split, 70-30 split? What's the preferred return these days? Like, stuff like that. What's the acquisitions fee? Like, just being able to kind of understand the terminology and the structure of these deals is going to be super valuable. So when you do have your cash ready, or your retirement money ready to invest, you're going to be much better prepared to pull the trigger on a deal. So
yeah, and we always have different types of investors that invest. We have the ones that are just truly passive.
Yep.
They just have money sitting aside in either a bank account, 401k, whatever. They just want to invest with us, and get a better return for their money, and we don't hear from them until until we get their money back, and hey, thank you, and so forth, right? And then we get the other ones that I've worked with, where they're like, oh, I'm saving up money for a house. There's a story of one of my friends that they're saving money for a house. They didn't want to invest yet because they're saving. And I had a conversation. I was like, how realistic are you going to buy a house this year?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, it'll probably take me a couple years to save money for a house, because Bay Area house costs a lot for
Expensive.
down payment. So I told him, hey, why don't you invest with us now? You can keep it for a year or two or whatever, and then hopefully we can give you a better return on your money. So he did that. And, I think he was with us for like a little bit over a year or so. He didn't buy a house yet, this and that. We sold the property. He got his money back in a pretty good return. And he did it again, and he did it again. And he still
Yep.
hasn't bought a house
Yep.
yet. But because he did that, his returns, he saved enough down payment a lot quicker than the normal way of saving from his, biweekly paycheck
Mm-hmm.
every time. So
Exactly.
we have investors at work that invest with us to build up their equity to invest on other properties on their own, which is
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
Whatever we can help to do it, and they can help us. We can always answer questions if they have any investing questions, or really, hey, I want to flip a home. Do you have any brokers? Yeah, we have some brokers. We always like to help out our team any way we can. Our
Yeah.
investors that invest with us any way we can. So.
Yeah, so I would just say here's a little bit of a plug. If you want to hop on over to flightinvest.com and hop on Sherwin's mailing list, do that. If you want to connect with me, go to jumpinrealestate.com,
Mhm.
and we'd love to discuss and just again shoot out any deals that we have coming up or just talk real estate.
Yeah, yeah, or
Also,
just
don't forget to like and subscribe.
yeah, or
Hit
just
that like button.
yeah, or you can email me directly. I don't know, Tyler, if you want to give your email, you can email me at.
We'll have an email in the description box down below, and then also Sherwin's. Both of our contact info will be in the description box down below.
Yeah,
So
just email us Sherwin@flightinvest.com, and then your email as well if you want. And probably
yeah,
that's just the first step. Have a conversation.
yeah.
Hey, I'm interested. And so I have a lot of friends who didn't know I did this, and they're
Mm-hmm.
contacting me now like, I didn't know you did this. I want to learn more because they're in the same boat where they know nothing about investing and they're kind of hesitant to get their feet wet. So it is a good way to kind of get your feet wet into the investing world without actually having to do all the work. That's the beauty
Yeah.
about syndication. That's the beauty about being an LP is that you don't have to get your hands dirty. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
people out there like, oh, they see all these. I want to flip a house. There's a lot of work to flip a house.
Yeah.
You gotta manage all that. So it's not. It's another job. That's why I don't really flip. I flip multifamily properties.
Flipping
But
multifamily over a 3-year period is different than flipping a house in 3 months.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
I don't know. But then that's sort of how you know how to connect with a sponsor. I guess we talked about that, right? Through
Yeah.
social media, through your network, and so forth. And then once you connect with one, email them, get on their mailing list, call them, set up a schedule to chat with them, and kind of discuss, your backgrounds and your goals, and kind of go
Yep.
from there. And just have a conversation. It's building a relationship. It's almost like dating, right?
It's just like dating, man. It's just like dating, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't go into that first conversation saying, "Hey, you want to get married?"
You don't?
It's well, that's not recommended. It's going in there and have an initial discussion, no real agenda.
Yeah.
Just get to know the person.
Yeah, and you kind of already know in the first couple of seconds, like, okay, I think I can get on with this guy or
You're
not.
like, I can
So
marry
far,
this girl, or
or this dude from Hawaii is too casual for me. I don't know about this dude, but yeah.
Hey, we're just being ourselves, man. Sherwin,
Yeah.
you're the beer drinking, Hawaiian.
Well, wow. I don't know. I don't know if I want to advertise that as much,
I
but
mean, you literally have Aloha Beer Company on your head right now.
hey, there's a
So.
plug. It's a good
Oh, I
plug.
love it.
So,
Hey,
I don't know. I don't know if anyone from Aloha
today's
Beer
video is
was
sponsored
there.
by Aloha Beer Company.
Send me some free IPA. No, I was just there. I was just there back home, and I figured that's a cool looking hat because there's Aloha on it.
I love it.
Just happen to say beer company on it. So I don't know. Yeah, anyone want to advertise their brand or their shop? Let me know. Send me and Tyler some hats, and we can rock it on our show to
Yeah.
our millions and millions of subscribers out there.
We hit the 50 subscriber mark, so we're hitting some milestones here.
50.
Yeah,
that's great, man.
Yeah.
Hawaii's the 50th state, so we're on the roll.
There's a connection there.
Yeah, and 50 also means police too, right? I don't know where I was going with that.
True.
But
Anyways, so we got one more little fun segment at the end, but I will say next episode 8, just a little bit of a preview here. It's going to be all about the investment process. So coming up on our next episode 8, it's going to be, what is the investment process?
Exactly. Kind of goes chronological in this syndication series that we're doing. We talked about the concept of a syndication, what it is, and what are the benefits of it. This episode we talked about connecting with a sponsor, finding a sponsor, and what to discuss once you connect with a sponsor. And after you commit to a sponsor that you like or don't like or whatever, or get on their mailing list, now what is this investment process like? in order to commit in a syndication deal. And that's going to be a little bit more elaborate kind of episode that we're going to talk about in the next time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So we're gonna hop to our fun part here. I'm hoping
Oh
everyone's kind of familiar with the F Mary Kill game.
man.
If you're not, I guess Google it. But
But not at work. If you're at work, or
but don't
if you're working,
Google it at work.
yeah.
Don't
But
Google it at work.
if you're working from home, you can do whatever you want, I
This is a
guess, right?
family friendly show, sort of. So I guess I'm gonna just start the question here for you, Sherwin. F
All
Mary
right.
Kill. We got three options for you:
What what you
short-term
got?
rental,
Okay.
single family home flipping, or
Okay.
buy and hold. F Mary Kill. Let's
Oh,
see what
so
your answers
so
are.
these are three types of
Yeah,
real.
we're gonna make it real estate related here.
Oh, you didn't put syndications because we'll probably we're favorable to for syndications, right?
I think by default, you and I are both marrying syndications.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well,
that's why that
you
wasn't
know,
my
actually,
choice.
never know, never know.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So F meaning I'll try it once. Is that what F means kind of thing?
we'll
And
call
then
it like a one night stand.
yeah, yeah. And then marry is like, oh, that's my long term kind
Yeah,
of
long term boo.
stable thing. And then kill is like, I won't even try it. Screw that. Or
Exactly.
okay. So out of these three choices, short term rental,
Mm-hmm.
single family home flipping, and buy and hold.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh jeez. Out of those three, well, maybe marry, buy and hold. That seems to be the safest choice,
Okay.
right?
Let's see if our answers are gonna be the same. They
Seems
might
to be
be.
logical. Like, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
buy
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hold. So it's
I
a
mean,
stable.
long-term cash flow. It's a long-term relationship with that property, anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
you might as well throw a ring on it.
yeah. Ask anyone who bought a home in California a few years ago how they're doing. For those
Mm-hmm.
people who do invest in California, there's people who do invest in California. Not everyone invests in Texas or Florida or whatever, right? So I'll marry, buy and hold.
Okay.
Oh, who am I gonna effing kill though? Maybe I'll kill single family home flipping
Oof.
because even though I have that background, I can do it. I don't want to deal with that stress, man. They're so needy.
Dealing with contractors, going over budget,
Yeah, yeah,
timelines,
yeah.
etc.
I'm just thinking relationship wise. So needy. Always wanting my money here
That
and
is
there.
true.
Always
Going
over
over budget, dude.
budget. Always over
Going over
budget.
budget.
See, we said over budget, and I gotta court this person for like
And
3 months straight.
also, they don't always work out.
Yeah, and at the end, you're like, oh, I put all this effort in, and it wasn't worth it.
And it
Oh,
was,
and I gotta break up with them and
yeah,
go to the next one.
yeah.
Marry, a buy and hold.
Seriously,
Yeah, so then I'll do that, and I'll f short term rental. I'll give that a shot. I
sounds
haven't
pretty
done.
fun, man.
I
The
haven't. Have I?
Airbnb,
Yeah,
Airbnb world right now is hot.
yeah. I've been wanting to get into that. I've been looking for a house or a place in Hawaii to maybe Airbnb or rent out short term. It is hot, but it took a big hit during the pandemic. I
Well,
know. I know a lot of
it's
friends.
rebounding now.
Oh yeah, it's getting a lot stronger. So yeah, so I'll f short term rental, marry, buy and hold, and I'll kill single family home flipping.
Well, my
sorry,
answer,
sorry for your single family home flippers out there. It's no, I would try. I do. I did it before, but just out of these three choices that Tyler
yeah,
gave. So what would you
yeah.
do, Tyler?
No,
That was a
well, my answers are not going to be anything mind blowing because they're actually the exact same as you, Sherwin. So, but definitely marrying that buy and hold, boo. You know that's the OG. I want that long term cash flow, buying a good neighborhood. Hopefully, over the years, just pay down, have the tenants pay down that principal.
yeah.
Maybe do a couple cash out refis here and there, get some
Oh
extra
yeah,
cash. Like
yeah,
they're
yeah,
pretty valuable properties to have, and so I wanna marry
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Pimp out that house longer term, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, extracting that cash.
And extracting the cash. And then similar, I don't want to get involved in single family house flipping personally. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit naive and I've never tried it. I mean, I definitely, I think we both have friends that do this pretty routinely. And
Mhm.
even from out of state, I have a couple buddies that are doing it like in the Midwest, but
Mhm.
not my thing at this point. I want to be kind of more passive in a lot of my deals anyways. And like you said, single family home flipping, even if you're hiring a GC, that's good. You still got to manage the GC and timelines and just budgets and all that, and just timing the market too, in a
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
And then short-term rentals, like I said earlier, they took a little bit of a dip during COVID, but they're heating up. So it's a hot asset class. And I guess I'll F that.
All right.
Boom. Don't forget to like and
The
subscribe for more entertainment
the
like
the
this.
the sophistication level of this show just went up a few notches.
Yeah. Can you tell we're syndicators?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Thanks everyone for kind of bearing us through this episode and all our episodes. Please like and subscribe us if you like this episode. And you know, we're just here to have fun. We're
Yep.
not trying to, not trying to take ourselves so seriously. I know when we first started this, we're like, what do we talk about? Should we be like a normal podcast show where we spit out facts and all that stuff? I'm like, nah, dude. Let's just chat how we normally chat. How I
It's just
normally
gonna
chat
be
with
us.
Tyler.
It's just literally us on a Zoom call talking real estate, and
Yeah,
hopefully you're finding some nuggets of knowledge within within our dialogue here,
yeah,
and obviously we went over kind of our experience, so we do have experience in this world.
yeah. And
And
it won't be us two all the time. The first couple
yes,
episodes will be. We keep saying it at every
we
episode.
said that on every episode, Sherwin. But to reassure the audience, after we get through this kind of syndication chapter, we'll call it,
Yeah,
we definitely want to introduce some people onto the show. And so, if
yeah,
anyone that's watching right now and is in the syndication world or real estate world that wants to hop on, just shoot us a message. And if you know anyone else that would want to hop on, we feel free to have them reach out to us. We're
yeah,
looking for guests in the future.
yeah. Or
If
even
it's
if
a
you
good
don't,
fit.
yeah, even if you don't have, maybe you're looking into getting syndication. Contact us. Maybe we can put that out there because a lot of people have professionals out there. It'd be nice
Yeah.
to have a conversation with someone who like so you can hear the conversations that we have and the questions that are asked, and don't be afraid to ask any questions because there's no stupid question out there. And
That
so
would actually be a cool episode if we just literally brought on someone that is brand new to the space, just
mhm.
to kind of hear what questions they might bring up. So
Yeah,
maybe that's a future episode.
yeah, and it may be intimidating. I mean, it's. I mean, just to go back to this kind of episode, how to connect with a sponsor and what do I do? It may be intimidating at first. Trust me, I still get intimidated when I my investment properties contacting brokers and so forth. But you just got to get rid of that fear, like any other
Yeah.
thing, and just go for it. Just contact that sponsor or that syndicator. Email them. Do that first initial contact. Email them. If they're a great sponsor operator, they'll email you back
Yeah.
within a reasonable time period. If not, go to the next one. Don't waste your time. And don't go in with that, like Tyler mentioned before. Don't go in there with that attitude of like, oh, they need me more than you. You're on the high horse, because then nobody will want to work with you. Because, like you said, it's a two-way street. We're kind of not vetting each other out, just getting to know each other to see if we're a right fit. I mean, just because you have all the money in the road, you might not want to take all the money because you might not want to work with someone that has a bad personality or so forth. That's like in any other business out there that we work with it. But yeah, just get out there. I mean, step one, just contact me, Tyler, and I. There you go.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest thing if you're listening to the show, and then we can help you out with your goals and whatever you want to accomplish. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool. Well, I think with that, Sherwin, that wraps up our episode, and we hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for our next episode.
mm-hmm.
Sherwin, I guess that's it, right?
Yep.
It's been real.
Hey, it's been real, Tyler.
It's been real, man. Good seeing you.
Catch you guys in the next episode.
Take care.
See you guys.